Hey, what's Sketchpop, a practice-oriented drawing program? Let me introduce you to the team real quick, and then we can dive into exactly what that entails.
Hi, my name is Adrian Flores, and my main role in this project was working on the image retrieval system, as well as the help tip system, some of the exercises, and the back end involving the images.
Hey, I'm Caden Jones, and I'm the one with the most art and design experience on the team, so that responsibility has fallen mostly to me. And I've also worked quite a bit on the canvas interaction side of things.
Hi, I'm Carl. I'm focused on the basic application logic in the backend.
My name is Parker Gordon, and my main role on this project was to work on the basic drawing tools, especially on the back-end side of things.
So, what specifically is Sketchpop? We're a drawing program targeted specifically at people like myself who have quite a big problem with something called executive dysfunction, which, in case you don't know, a brief rundown would be it's essentially you want to do something. You can desire to practice art, for example, but just sitting down and gathering all the references you need and setting up your canvas and getting all the materials required for that, it can be enough. Just all these small little things can be enough to put you off doing it entirely. So, what we are trying to do is provide a drawing program that specifically is tailored to have all of the required materials and exercises in line in the drawing program itself. So, all you have to do is want to practice, then you sit down, open the program, click one or two buttons to set everything up, and you're good to go. You don't have to gather references, you don't have to do any of this. And we're trying to minimize the amount of time that it takes from getting that desire to actually practicing. And we're doing that through just having everything completely in line. You don't have to leave the app for anything, and we're trying to streamline that process as much as possible, as we're going to demonstrate here in a second with this short little demo.
I'm going to go over really briefly some of the basic drawing functionality we have implemented. So we have a pen tool, and it works with a paintbrush as well for a textured look. They both let you change the size and color. And we can erase as well. We have pen pressure enabled, so if you click that and draw, then if you have a pen tablet with that feature enabled, then you can have it draw bigger and smaller on your little drawing tablet based on how hard you press. We have a hand tool, which moves the little canvas around, which is helpful if you're wanting to zoom in or out. You want to get it right where you want it. We have two versions of the select tool, so that works as you would expect in most drawing programs. It only lets you draw inside. You can press Control C and Control V to copy and paste that from the system clipboard. You can do the same thing with our nice little lasso select, and you can do cut instead of paste with Control X. So that's all nice. We have the fill tool, which will fill the area you select with the color you want. So I can do that. I can also turn all that green if I want. We also have layer support. So I can turn this layer partially transparent or not. I can draw on top. If I do that, and you'll see that both the layers are still available, and we can see the other layer below it. And whatever we do will only affect the layer we select. We can undo and redo as well. And last but not least, we can save and load our file. So I'm just going to load one that I set up previously, and it'll load it all exactly as you had it set before.
And I'm going to be going over our exercises. So the first thing we're going to do is come to this About tab so we can turn on the tips. They will display during the exercises. We'll come over to the Exercises tab and select Repeated Circles first. A form will pop up and the user can decide whatever values they want. This little tip will display with a little bit of guidance on how to do the exercise. So this one says draw uniform circles between the blue lines. If the user needs some more information, they can click on this more info, and it will drop down with an example as well as a more detailed description. Come over to redlining now to show that everything updates automatically. So this one has a red line and the color will update automatically. A new layer will be added so that you're not drawing on the original image. And then a new image button gets added to this exercise controls panel. This panel's for controls specific to that exercise. So for this one, it just changes the image in case the user would like a different image to practice with. This end button can be clicked and the original canvas will be returned. Lastly, I will show the values exercise. Again, everything updates automatically. Since this is a values exercise, the regular color palette gets hidden and the user is forced to use these 5 values to complete the exercise. So this tip will display with a basic description, but since this is the Sketchpop tutorial version, there are more steps than the other exercises, and this one the user can kind of follow through at each step and kind of gauge their progress. And that's it for the exercises. Thank you.
Let's move on to the design part. Our project is a comprehensive effort. It contains front-end and back-end technologies. On the front end, we used Windows Phone for base UI and Sketchpop for drawing. The backend is powered by AWS for hosting, Unsplash for references, and MySQL for database and management. The project showcases our commitment to blending advanced technology-based user-centric design. Thank you for your attention.